If your design uses a lot of guides like this, you don't have to add them one by one to your canvas. There's a much easier way, and here's how to do it. I've got my canvas ready. It's 1000 pixel in width and 1000 pixel in height. To add guides, I'll go to View and select Margins and Guides. A window will pop up with all the guide settings. Here in the column guide sections, I can set up the columns, rows, gutter, style, and color. I'll input 10 in the columns and 10 in the rows. I'll change the guide color to blue so we can see it better, and leave the style as outlined. If you're wondering what the field style looks like, here it is. Now let's go back to the outline style. The gutter is the space between the columns and rows. The gutter value, which is 100 pixel for now, is shared across all the gaps between the columns and rows. If you have 10 columns and 10 rows, the gutter will be 10 pixel for each gap. So if we count the gutters, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's 10 gutters at 10 pixel each, making it 100 pixel in total. If we don't need the gutter, we can just set it to 0 pixel. Alright, that's for the column guide section. Now the margin section. This value defines the space between the edge of the canvas and the outer guides. I'll fill in 20 pixel for the left margin, and since the aspect ratio is locked, all other margins will change automatically. I'll also change the color to make it more visible. So these are the margins: left, top, right, and bottom. If you don't need them, just set them all to 0. Now spread origin. This defines the 0 point or the origin of the ruler. With the spread origin set to 0 pixel, you can see the 0 point is right here at the top left corner of the canvas. So everything will be measured from this corner as the starting point. Now if you change the spread origin, let's say to 150 pixel, you can see the 0 point is now positioned 150 pixel from the top left corner of the canvas. And since the aspect ratio is locked, the X and Y values will update automatically when one of them is changed. I'll change it back to 0 pixel. Next up, horizontal and vertical guides. These are the regular guides that you can drag around. If I click the plus icon under horizontal guides, it will add a guide at the center of the canvas. Let's change the color, maybe red, and you can see the guide appear right here. The 500 pixel value here tells us it's sitting right at the center. We can also click here to switch it to a percentage value. We can add more guides by clicking the plus icon and dragging them wherever we need. And the vertical guide section works exactly the same way. And if we don't need them, we can click Remove All Guides. Once we're happy with the arrangement, I'll click Close. Now designing is so much easier with the guides in place. And that's a wrap on how to add margins and guides in Affinity. I hope you picked up something useful today. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!